One of the favorite things I love about being a coach is getting success stories. If you would like to hear some of the success stories that I got from the GYS Intensive Bootcamp and what people thought about it, then stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to Your Thoughts Create. My name is Flossie and I am the funniest, wittiest mindset coach here on YouTube. Today I want to share some success stories and what people thought of my Get Your Shit Intensive Bootcamp. I did an intensive bootcamp that was about 2 weeks long with a small group of people, and we focused on getting clear on what we wanted, really looking at our affirmations, figuring out a routine, figuring out affirmations, and discussed what to do to navigate the 3D. A lot of people that started this boot camp felt like their mental diet was out of control. They felt like they were spiraling. They felt like the 3D wasn't very enjoyable for them. They felt like they just could, some of them even felt like they just couldn't manifest. They couldn't figure out how to do things for them in order to feel good about the process or even see success. So keep that in mind when I read some of this stuff to you, because sometimes not everything is necessarily getting your entire manifestation like that. Some of it is actually learning the process, feeling good about the process, and then actually enjoying living in the 3D reality and not feeling like shit. Being peaceful when you're used to spiraling can fucking be priceless. And those are just facts. So I'm going to read some of what they had to say and give some inspiration. So one of them said that, "Thank you, Flossie, you really pushed me to keep a clean mental diet and routine." Then she sent a picture of like a bunch of roses. There's got to be at least 5 or 6 bouquets of flowers here, 2 balloons, a stuffed animal. And then she says it's from SP, just as she visualized. And she got a necklace and a ring from him too, engraved with their names. And she went on to say that the course helped her the most with getting in the power seat with her manifestation abilities affirmation, and she focused on that as a foundation and then started flatlining her negative thoughts and got her spiraling under control. And she's going to remember to keep her mental diet in check and her routine and affirmations consistent. And she also suggests for everybody to give at least 2 to 3 weeks before worrying about time in the 3D looking for any validation of any sort. Just keep focused, laser focused on getting your shit. Another member said, "I'd recommend a boot camp 100%. It helps to stay focused, a huge support being able to share your daily experience, and it makes you check in. I've been feeling so calm, got some cute daily manifestations, improved my self-concept, my trust in my power. Your energy is awesome. I love the experience and would join again for sure." She wants to manifest me speaking Spanish for the next one. Not sure about that. Another member said, "Would highly recommend the boot camp. It helped her to stay focused on her affirmation, helped her realize her limiting beliefs, and she's been able to flip them around. She says that she no longer ponders her old story." Another person says, "Because of the boot camp, I've noticed I've been taking more responsibility in my inner world, spending less time in victim mode. I think that mindset shift alone has made such a big difference on how things have been showing up in my 3D over the past couple weeks. Having support of my peers who are going through the process and Flossie's guidance and encouragement, it's not an opportunity I would pass on. I've never had this sort of engagement or support in any manifestation course, nor will I ever forget the big difference that it made." And she says she's finally realizing the power that she actually has, whether someone's a newbie or a bit more advanced, but just needs a jump, or even just needs to get a jump start to get stuff back in order. Another member writes that they truly enjoyed watching the progress and reading the comments. Before the class, it was hard for her to stick a routine. She loved doing the worksheet homework, which helped her to get clear and helped her to identify the easiest and fastest way for her to manifest. She says, "I'm a journalist and a TV news anchor, so I write stories for a living. I only write facts, no fake ass news. So from there, I learned how to work with that assumption I already had, which is she only writes facts. And therefore, she made a list of everything that she wanted in her perfect version of her SP, which was part of the course. And she would simply affirm that our relationship is exactly what I wrote down. He's exactly what I wrote. And since it's already her assumption that she only writes facts, remember she said that, it was easy for her subconscious to accept. She worked with an assumption that she already had, which was part of what we talked about in the course. And she said within 2 days of the class, she got movement with her SP, liking her stories on Instagram. Within 4 days, SP reached out, and they've been talking every single day since then. Now that's when well over a week, they were in no contact for weeks. It's the most movement she's gotten. in the longest time, and the check-ins helped her to stay accountable. Another person wrote that she would 100% recommend it. It was great having someone hold you accountable. She would always slack in the past because she wouldn't have to report to anybody. Other than manifesting her coworker moving, she manifested getting a refund of money by the end of the week, like on the day that she wanted it. She used that funds to buy some stuff that she wanted to improve, because she's manifesting her appearance the way she wants. And she also says that she's manifested her coworkers being happy to see her. Ones that never liked her are actually talking to her. And overall, she feels better. She says, it feels no longer like I'm forcing myself to affirm and believe it. I'm a queen who gets her stuff. The 3D is starting to reflect that faster I thought it would. I don't feel like a victim in my own reality anymore. Another member writes, I've been trying to consciously manifest on and off for 4 years. And I could never find a consistent routines, tools, or support. The boot camp gave me all these and then some. I am amazed at almost overnight I shifted from feeling really stuck because the routine felt like a chore and caused more anxiety and negative thoughts. And with the check-ins, the practical recommendations, and the group support, she's finally aware of her mental diet, which was in the toilet before the boot camp. And it was huge for her. She's so excited knowing that she can move herself by herself to feeling better, to the state, to a state that she wants to be in, thinking from the reality she wants to be in, and finding herself more and more in this state where she doesn't care about the 3D, including her SP. Another member writes, thank you so much. It not only helped her to make a massively positive impact on her mental diet, but her mental health. The boot camp and my help made her remember happiness, joy, excitement, and winning, feeling beautiful and worthy and fucking powerful as fuck. She says, I came to you broken woman, abandoned and desperate, wanting a dream after 14 days, Flossie. I see it, feel it, touch it, and taste it. You gave me all the tools to kick Felicia's butt, a kick-ass mental diet that is improving every day, and the confidence of a queen. And I feel beautiful again, worthy. The greatest love in life is all mine. I have movement and money. My SP's chatting to me. My anxiety and sadness are gone. I know I bounce out of bed every morning knowing I've returned my investment from you. And she says she recommends the Get Your Shit Bootcamp, the tools. This is tools for life. You won't ever need to look anywhere else. Another member says, I've watched so many videos on manifesting, but was never constant with manifesting. I was able to utilize that knowledge in this boot camp. Flossie's great at teaching, and she answers all your questions in this 2-week journey. So she talks about how for this boot camp, I did it every day. My next boot camp, I'm going to do it probably at least 5 days, if not 6 days a week, so I can have at least 1 day off. But because it's going to be for a month, my next boot camp. She says, the daily check-ins are great because you don't spiral for long. Flossie or other group members will answer questions and lift you up. This is the first time I've taken my routine seriously. I would highly recommend Flossie's boot camp if you need that extra support and encouragement. Another member says, I would encourage this class 100%. Not only did it help me get my routine, but I got to be in a group of people that were supportive. Hard to tell other people you're manifesting things because most of the time they think it's not real. I had significant movement with my SP. Even that has given me confidence to continue forward and manifest more in other parts of my life too. So again, just what some of the members chose to share that they said I could share publicly, but I read a lot of these things towards the end of the program every day from multiple people. They were having movements with their SP, they were manifesting money, they were getting things were just like seeming to just happen at a snap of a finger. They were feeling more confident and enjoying life more. And you heard one member say that like she felt like a person who was like really unhappy and broken and was able to leave that feeling this boot camp feeling empowered. Why? Because she got some tools in her toolkit that she could use to navigate the 3D. She was able, we're giving a routine, figuring out routines that work for you guys that you can stick to so that you can keep a clean mental diet and so that you can persist and not waver. Because affirming and persisting is all you have to do, right? Exactly. But sometimes with some of the things that we're manifesting, there can be a lot of emotion, resistance, or old stories stuck to that. Can you affirm and persist through that? Of course you can. But sometimes, that can be a little difficult. I'm not going to say you can't affirm and persist through it because you can. Do you need to do boot camp? No, you don't. Do you need any coaching? No, you don't. But some people do get coaching. Why? Because they feel a little stuck, or they are struggling to come up with their own routine, or they just need to bounce shit off of somebody. For a lot of people in this group, once they knew like exactly what to do for them that would work for them, they liked the accountability piece. Why? Because a lot of times if we are just accountable to ourselves, we don't get shit done. There's a lot of people that are like that. That's why sometimes we'll hire, in the 3D, we'll hire like a personal trainer, someone who's holding us accountable, showing us what to do. Then we figure out what to do. We could figure out what to do from watching videos, or we can figure out what to do a little bit in a group or one-on-one. And then there's the accountability part, right? So if you are feeling stuck with your manifestation and you've been working at it for a while and you've watched the videos, and maybe you've watched the videos, but like you're still having questions, you're having a hard time figuring it out. If you want to join my next boot camp, go right ahead. There's going to be another 3+ hour long class, followed up at some point with a question and answer one. A question and answer live session. So the class, live, question and answer, live. And then there's going to be a Facebook group that you can join where 5 to 6 days a week. I'm saying 5 to 6 days because if something happens, I want to be able to at least guarantee 5. It'll probably be 6 days a week that you check in with me. I can't really do 7 because I need 1 day off because I'm doing it for the entire month of March. So for the entire month of March, you would be with me. You'd have a class. You get worksheets at the very beginning of the month. I'll probably give access a little bit earlier than that so you can work on them. A few days later, there'll be a live class. You'll be able to ask questions there, interact with me one-on-one, well, in a group setting, ask your questions. It's not quite just one-on-one alone, but you still can ask your questions. Anyway, and then have some accountability where you're going to report on those 5 to 6 days a week. How's your mental diet? Are you sticking to your routine? And then if you're needing some support, you can get some support. If you have a quick question, we're answering questions. I have been answering questions, and you're not being answered by a mod, you're being answered by me. So again, if you're feeling a little stuck, you want to light a fucking fire under your ass to get your fucking shit, then join the boot camp. Because as I said in the first video about the first boot camp, this isn't for a bunch of people who aren't going to put in the fucking work. You will be putting in the fucking work. And then you have to answer to me and your peers on whether you're doing it or not. And I have payment plans too. So if you want to join, you can pay $57 a week for 7 payments. Like $57 a week. I know people who spend that at fucking Starbucks in 2 days. Seriously. So there's some what people have experienced with the boot camp. I actually expect that I'm going to hear more and more and more success stories with, what they were manifesting from it as they keep moving forward themselves. Now that they have a routine, they know what to do, and their mental diet is on point. So at any rate, there you go. If you want to join the boot camp, join me for the boot camp. Group is going to be hella small. Like, I don't even think I'd have more than 40 people in there. It's like, it is a small group of people. So you do get interaction with me pretty much every day. So anyway, I'm rambling now. Catch my next Spill in the Tea Tuesday videos to answer your questions about manifestation and have me go on one of my fucking rants. But affirm, persist, just get your fucking shit, period. And with that note, have a great day. Bye.